What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another damn
another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by
Our damn selves.
themselves, baby. So 301.
Uno.
301, yes. Fresh off of watching the Chris Rock special, yes. We're going to talk about it. We're not just going to get there. We got to build it. Got to talk about my interest in ordeal first. I got to tell a personal story, yeah. About going to a fucking car dealer. Yeah. It's like I know you come from a Kia slash Hyundai family. Yeah. Just you're
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I was at World Kia and I'm naming names. World Kia and
Oh,
Joliet. I want to smoke. This place is a goddamn joke and shit. Yeah. I'm glad I kept my Cadillac. So yeah, I didn't close the deal. So I already spoiled the end of that story, but we're gonna keep going anyway.
Spoiler alert.
Been having problems with the caddy. Like I've been a Cadillac man for like over a decade at this point now.
Right.
More than one Cadillac. So I decided I was going to get another caddy at first. Went out to the caddy dealer, Napleton, shout him out here.
Mhm.
Had some issues because like with inflation, everything's up now, especially car prices are way up now.
Yeah, they are.
So imagine trying to buy a Cadillac in 2023, right?
Yeah, you're gonna get hit over the head. You are.
Or get something older than you want to get. It's like, yeah.
And it's pointless because you don't want to get another one
Can't get
200,000
you into the
miles on.
2021, but we can get you into this 2015. It's like
No.
I'm
No.
and like almost the price of like what a new car was like last year, pretty much. Like you for an old ass car with like 90,000 miles, almost 100,000 miles.
I got caddy though.
Mhm.
So it's just, and then it's tax season, so people are flipping their tax refunds for like these cars, so that's why
Far
they don't
better
even
than
get
that,
there.
yeah. And then talk to like my people, financial people. Is like, well, maybe who said do you have to get a Cadillac? I was like, well, I could open up those options a little bit, and
Mhm.
Kia was suggested because like they have like you could speak more on Kia than I, of course. Like they have the good rebates and the good they offer a lot of bang for your buck from what I
They
hear.
do,
Yeah,
they do.
yeah,
100,000 mile warranty,
yeah.
bumper to bumper,
Mhm.
maintenance like during the however many years you get your maintenance. So
So I was like, does Oz want to be a
deals
Kia
in there. There's
Hyundai
some
guy?
deals in there.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
we test drove the car. I was impressed. I was like, okay, it feels luxurious. It's like there's Kia Hyundais aren't what they used to be. It's like
Right. So I've
leather
had several
leather
times.
seats is like moonroof. I'm like, oh, this is nicer than my caddy. I was
I got
it
all that in my car. Yeah, I got all that in my car. So yeah.
didn't have the bowls, but I can live without bowls. It's like, okay.
They got the what's the surround in my car? I forget what the speaker, but it's like good
I was
speakers.
like, if
I
it's
forget
at
what it
bowls, it'd
is.
be almost like driving a caddy.
Yeah. It's not Bose, but it's another sound system. It's like another good sound system in my car.
Y'all
I
know what
forget
Kia
what it is.
got, but I
Yeah.
know caddy's got bowls. I know that's
Yeah, it's
comfortable.
not Bose. It's something else though. Mhm.
So anyway, yeah. Well, so okay, let's do it. Let's close the deal. Yeah. And he's like, we yeah, signed the paper. I transferred insurance over into to the other car. That's how far this deal got.
Oh, okay.
I went to my insurance company and put the car on the insurance.
Hmm.
This was a done deal. It's like, yeah.
You gotta have insurance when you walk out the dealership. You can't drive the car a lot without insurance.
And if you
Yeah,
already have your own insurance, it's better than the bullshit they try to offer you because they
exactly.
try to sell you some insurance. It's like, yeah, so you got your own. Yep, I've been with my company for like
Mhm.
10 years. I'm like, yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't need your shit. Yeah, I've been with this company a long
I
time.
don't
Yeah,
need your Lincoln slash Eagle insurance.
it's not even a thing anymore, but it's still
I
funny
know it's just funny.
nonetheless. Not the general, like whatever.
General Louis check.
It's good enough for Shaq, so I guess.
I don't have general.
Shaq, Shaq is somewhere in good hands and shit. I'll leave it at that.
We're a good neighbor.
Got good neighbors and is in good hands
We
somewhere.
got good neighbors in good hands.
we know about Shaq is one of
I know bullshit.
with the general and shit. He's with another G, good hands or good neighbors.
Neighbor.
Not the general. It's called getting a check. Like I've endorsed products that I don't use, so I get it. It's like yeah, try this. Drink Coca-Cola. I don't even drink pop. I've read Coca-Cola commercials before. I've done that shit. So, the smooth, refreshing taste. Like this shit ain't smooth. The fuck out of here. But yeah, and then had a hiccup getting across the finish line. Yeah, getting back to this car situation. Because it's always it's always some kind of loophole. So yeah, we crunched the numbers. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Yeah, it's like can you put a little bit more down? Like I said, how much more? Like thousands. I just leave it at that. It's like I said, for a car I really don't even want. It's like
that's not what you lead with though. Like why wasn't this said before we got to me changing my insurance? Why wasn't this
after the deal was done? Yeah.
Why wasn't this discussed beforehand?
Insurance was changed, all of that. Yeah. I had actually put money down already. Yeah, they'd run my car and I put some money. Yeah. They said they crunched the numbers and needed more down. So I was like, I'm not giving you more money for a car that I don't really want like that. It's like, so the deal
put money on my ass. Like, what do you like?
Didn't go. The deal fell through. But long story short, yeah. So I just walked out of there, and here we are. Still got my caddy though, which
that's so stupid though. Like, yeah, that's like, well, we know like not to go out there.
The guy was a dick too. Yes,
I'm gonna tell you the real Hyundai to go to. I said I'll tell you off mic or wherever to where you look where I went and got mine at. So I can tell you like they were good where I was at. Like they took care of me. Everything it was smooth.
Shout out to people at Napleton Cadillac. I bought from before. Like they were just straight up with theirs. At least he said that you can get like for what you try for the price range you in, like this is what you're gonna get.
This is your box.
He was an honest salesman, which is rare. He just told me straight up. He didn't waste my time and shit. Yeah. I was getting out of the Cadillac dealer like 20 minutes. It was like I was at that other place for like hours and shit.
But if you're a person, if you are a salesman, please be honest, or salesperson, I'll say, just be honest with people. Please be honest because you don't want to waste people's time. It's like, you know what people can afford. If I have X amount of dollars this is my trade-in, this is my cash.
This is how much I'm willing to put down. It's like, this
is my credit. That's the other part. This is my credit.
My credit, yeah. And this is what I make. It's like, this is
my income. Work my numbers. Because Marcus, I said, when he was leading with the guy, when the guy was like doing my stuff at the Honey dealership, and Marcus said, just give me these Bob numbers. Marcus said, I'm an accountant, dude. Give me these Bob numbers. Because when he was like talking there, like once he like saw Marcus was like, because he was like he was a good guy. Like, I mean, he was like a person who liked to talk or whatever. But then Marcus was like, no, let's just get to the numbers. Like, give me the numbers. I'm an accountant. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then he went right into the numbers. And he was like, okay. He's like, I just need numbers. Like, I don't need all the extra behind it. Just give me these numbers.
I was telling Babe, telling my lady about this. That was a sign from God saying, don't close this deal. That's all.
Yeah.
He says, you're my son. You are a Cadillac man. That was a sign from God.
Gotta take the roundabout way to take the route, but
that was a sign from God. That's how I looked at it.
If you ever do want to join the family,
that's why I called you when I was like, I'm thinking about leaving Team Cadillac. I told you.
Yeah, because this is my third one, I think. Yeah, my third Hyundai.
Had as many hundreds of Cadillacs, pretty much.
My third one. And like, I mean, I've had my car 2 years. It's rolling. Like, I'm no issues. like I'm good.
Yeah. but that was an adventure. Oh, but happy belated birthday to our mom.
Yes,
All this happened
happy
on our mom's birthday too, by the way.
all the happened that you missed out on the dinner.
Just all on the mom's birthday, walking around with those assholes.
We were like, "Where's Oz?" Like we were just waiting at the table, like, "Where's Oz?"
Yeah, they just went to Napleton. I'd have made it because they would have just told me, "Hey, like, yeah, this is what we're gonna
where it is."
And we said, "Thanks for your time. I'm out here. I'm on the way, kid."
Because ironically, I thought it was going to be flip. I thought that like you were going to be there on time, and then Feast was going to be late. I thought he was going to be the one to be late. You know?
I wasn't late. I didn't even make it.
Right? I thought that was going to be him. You know. When I texted him, I'm like, "Cause we got there early." And I texted him like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm 15 minutes away." I said, "Oh, okay." Like I'm 15 minutes away. I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm like, "Well, we just sat down. We just got here." So
I did call mom afterwards, told her my story, and then she told me she had a great time. So yeah, I felt like there in spirit.
She enjoyed herself, and they gave her a slice of cake.
She told me, "Yeah, cake, yeah." No, mom, it's like she's like, "How do you even know?" It's like somebody told him, obviously.
They always ask you when you go to a restaurant. We have to leave with this. Our mom doesn't go out to like restaurants like that often. She just doesn't. She doesn't treat herself. Like we have to treat her to things like that. We have to treat her to the finer things because she won't do it for herself. So we're like, we're going to take
my mom to go to drive-throughs, but not restaurants, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
She goes get her some fast food, but she ain't going to a restaurant.
Not sit down.
Somebody serves you, she's not doing that.
And I'm like, you gotta like treat yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. You gotta treat yourself every now and then. You have to. But she had a great time, and that's what mattered because I was telling her, I'm like, well, when you go to this place, they ask you, are you celebrating anything? Are you doing anything? You know, and it's my mom's birthday.
Okay.
And yeah, so she had a good time.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday once again, belated birthday to our mom. Definitely enjoyed herself.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Netflix, we wasted enough time with the pre-show. Let's talk about Chris Rock.
Hey,
because Netflix, his live special, yeah. Because we talked about it earlier, it was like, "Hey, you gonna watch Chris Rock?" "Yeah, I'm gonna check it out." "Wait a minute, this shit is live." We'll watch it later then.
Watch it later. Yeah,
I definitely wanted to talk about it on the podcast, and I was like, "Yeah, we can still talk about it." And this is like we didn't watch the post, so we're recording this right after Chris Rock, pretty much.
Yeah, we literally recorded right after.
This is our post show. I know they had a post show with the comedians doing a.
Yeah, I peeked in a little bit on it.
Or no, I came straight in podcast mode. I was like, yeah,
it was cool to see. Because I was like, wait a minute, is that Dana Carvey? Oh shit, you know, to see them.
Carvey and David Spade.
David Spade.
They moderated, I think, the post show or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was good, like seeing like some of like the OGs from like SNL to see that. Like very cool.
OGs from SNL and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
One of these kids is doing their own thing. He was the only one who didn't. I'm like, okay. I see Yvonne from Insecure. I see Arsenio Hall. I see David
DJ Dion Cole. Like shout out Dion.
DJ JB Smooth. From, I'm like, okay.
Curb Your Enthusiasm fame. Like,
right. And then I see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm like,
LeBron broke that record. Kareem got to find something to do with himself now. He's like, well, that's the all-time lead scorer. I guess I'll try comedy and shit.
But he was like he's like a social political figure. Like he's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like comedy. I don't know. I just don't see him doing comedy. I just don't.
Well, Dick Gregory. So
I just didn't. But the Chris Rock special, yes. Selective Outrage. So immediately when I saw the title, I was like, I'm definitely intrigued. The title drew me in right away. Selective Outrage.
I saw the title. I knew exactly what it meant. I was like,
I like it.
He's gonna address that bullshit from last year that happened at the Academy.
Yeah. And my only hope was, I was like, I hope it's just not the whole show is that, because I'm like, this is like a dead horse. I don't want it to be. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to mention it because If you don't mention it at all, then it's like
People that waited a whole year for Chris, like when is Chris gonna talk? It's like he said, "I'll talk when I'm ready." So
when I'm ready to talk,
now he's ready to talk.
Which is what he should have done. I agree with that. Like he talks when he's ready. He talks on his own time. But like the way that the show
definitely wasn't coming to the red table because everybody kept saying, "Say he's good." Like, no,
you don't want to go to that bullshit.
He definitely wasn't doing that shit.
So she can be like,
yeah. So she could be like, with her, we got the same hairstyle. Like, I'm a roaster too. Everybody else is. Chris Rock did. So.
She could be like, and then Willow's like, wow, wow, wow. And then Gabby like making the Gabby faces like that's what this be.
And then they did. And they
I forgot the jacket thing. That part. Yeah. That part. She's doing that the whole time. And wow.
Then they Ricky Lake that shit, and when Chris Rock says like, and guess who we have waiting backstage? And Will comes in, and Ricky Lake that shit.
If you're like over 35, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Last week's episode, if you know, you know.
If you're over 35, you know exactly what that reference is. If you're under that age, if you're a Gen Z person, you may be like,
he starts talking about how to slap him. And yeah, so I used to have animosity towards Will. I'm still like feeling some type of way. Well, guess who we have backstage now?
You forgot Ding Dong. You gotta do the bell. Ding Dong.
Come on out, Will Smith. You play the fresh.
Like, getting jiggy with it. Nah. Getting jiggy with it.
This is a story all about how. That's what I heard when he walked out. The Fresh Prince.
I like a flip turn upside down.
And then the other fly here like everybody hates Chris, and then roll credits. We just created a fucking that's SNL bit right there. We just created.
Don't steal our idea.
Lauren,
if you do, we gonna sue your ass. Okay, but
keep our bitch name out your fucking mouth.
But he did like Chris proved that he still has it. I've always loved Chris Rock.
I've looked at some of the people's reviews. Some liked it, some weren't feeling me. I'm a Chris
Rock fan,
so I was into it.
I'm a Chris Rock fan. Marcus was dying laughing like at some of them jokes. Like I
laughed out loud on some good parts.
The NFL joke, the NFL lawyer joke, because Marcus almost choked at his drink because he was like, he almost choked. He was like,
OJ stuff made me laugh and shit.
The NFL joke got Marcus.
Came out the gate make me laugh about the selective outrage.
With R. Kelly and Michael
Jackson and R. Kelly, that one made me laugh. Because I'm one of those dudes. I listen to Michael
I'm one of those people too.
R. Kelly. I'm like Chris is talking about me on that one.
But here's the thing, because I did like this. I did like I'm that person.
I laughed. I was like, ha ha ha.
But here's the thing though. It's like Michael, it was never no tapes and that proved that he did that. Like I said, it was hearsay. Like the kid recanted, the kid said, then they said they didn't, and then it was a big mess. The biggest thing about Michael Jackson's thing has always been like the fact that he paid off that first
1990 to me his
94
his next tape was the 93 90 whatever
93, that
paid off that first accuser.
He
like
paid off that kid in 93.
His version of the tape is like R. Kelly was an actual videotape. With like the Michael that would be like his version. People say, why if you didn't do nothing, why'd you do that? That's like that was his version of the tape, yeah.
But that's the only thing that kind of makes you go like, why?
I don't give a shit. I'm still listening to Off the Wall. I won't rock with you.
Thriller and Bad.
All night.
I'll even listen to Invincible. You rock my world, you know you did. I even like that song.
Dangerous. Do you remember? When
I'm here to dance. Here to dance.
On the phone, doing me.
Josie was here in the roll back. Josie was here.
I even listened to the History album. Which all ties together. You are not alone. Written by dun, 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 dun. He who shall not be named. Well, I just said his name.
I look, I just said.
But all ties together. You are not alone.
Strong with that though. And if you didn't watch it yet, sorry. Sorry.
We spoiling the shit out of it. We put
sorry.
it in, I'll put it in the description. Spoilers if you haven't watched it.
It was live. So I mean, I'm sure a lot of people watched it live. I'm sure a lot of people did.
Yeah, I chose to be in the moment. I stayed off my phone. Could know like some
Me
people.
too. I stayed off my phone too. I haven't even posted on my phone at all. I did.
I didn't know live because like so, some stuff I will live post award shows, especially and shit. But like,
yeah,
I guess I wanted to be in the moment, so yeah, I didn't touch the phone. I was like, I'm just gonna watch it like old school style. Yeah, we just me and the TV, yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just into it, yeah. Not everybody on their phone, like, gotta comment on this. Like shut the fuck up. Like Chris Rock said, that's the number one drug, that attention.
Attention. That was a great one. Black China shows her ass.
Getting them right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gave the 4 quickest ways to give attention. Yeah, show your ass, first of all.
Show your ass.
Like the mass shooter, like do some crazy.
Infamous. Become infamous.
To become great, yeah, which is like
excellent, Serena Williams. Yeah, he shout out Serena Williams. I love the fact that I love the fact that Chris Rock always shouts out like the excellence of like the Black women like that. Because Serena Williams is the GOAT. She is.
Fourth, become a victim. Yeah.
And we know the victim. Like the meme I love about the victim is you play the victim so much you have an outline of your chalk. You have a chalk outline. Because some people do just victim. It's like, stop being a victim. You are not a victim. You are not. Some people do just be wanting attention. What you doing this? It's like, you are not the victim. You are not.
Cops over here fucking with me. You say you were doing 100 with smoke with a loaded gun laying on the fucking passenger seat and shit. You didn't mention none of that shit.
It's like, I take a fifth of vodka. You dare me to drive? Like you're doing that. Like you take a fifth of vodka, you're driving, you're swerving and shit. 100, what?
And a loaded unlicensed handgun laying on your front seat.
Laying on the passenger seat. What?
You didn't mention that part.
You didn't mention that part.
Pulled you over and fucked with you. That's all you mentioned.
But the cop was racist because they wanted to put a Black man in jail. What? You didn't mention all that other stuff.
I don't get pulled over. I don't smoke weed and drink vodka either. But yeah, while driving and shit.
I don't get pulled over. I don't.
I ain't say shit about the gun part, but keep it.
I don't smoke. The most you're gonna find in my car, you're gonna find some crumbs for my kids. Like that's what you might find. Like you might find a couple of goldfish crumbs in my car because my kids sometimes eat goldfish in my car.
Yeah, no, I'm giving it. Your kids have been in my car before. Backseat ain't never been the same since. It's like
they eat snacks. They're messy. Kids are messy.
I still got shit in my car from when I took Ariana to Disney on Ice.
Disney on Ice.
Like
4 years ago. 4 years ago.
I still like you still know you find this shit for you ever like yeah you lift them back up like wait a minute I'm still finding shit from that and I didn't clean my car all good but you'll still find a little speck and you know what it is.
Speck,
like,
you will.
Look like some residue from that big ass sucker I bought her. Like, it's still like I'm still finding shit in there. Like
But Chris, he did his thing. I felt it was very relatable. It was funny. The Kardashian bit was hilarious.
Okay, what had me laughing out loud? Yeah. So yeah, got a Black man who killed 2 white people. Got him off. That made me laugh.
A football player who killed 2 white people.
That's how he said. That's how cold Robert Kardashian was.
He was a Clay Thompson. He said this.
Was. I didn't even know his name. I didn't know like who Robert Kardashian was till the sex tape came up. This is Kim Kardashian, the daughter of Robert Kardashian, who like one of OJ's love.
One of
other
OJ
guy, yeah, the other guy. Because I was saying,
Not
Shapiro,
Cochran, not
Cochran,
Shapiro.
and the other guy.
And the
That's
other
what I
guy.
called him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the other guy. So that was an
I knew
accurate.
Robert Shapiro. I knew Johnny Cochran. I was like, yeah, oh, and the other guy. I didn't even know his name. That's all
Yeah,
under the
he's the other guy. Because everybody knew Cochran, because people
the
knew
black
Shapiro
guy.
first
He was like,
because it was Shapiro's case. It was
Shapiro
Shapiro.
was the lead, but like Cochran took over
But Cochran was just so
in mid
charismatic.
trial. He took over and shit. Yeah,
He was charismatic. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. He had the rhymes. He was like the Jesse Jackson of like that. Yeah, he Jesse Jackson that shit.
Yeah. Shapiro was Dwayne Wade with the Heat till LeBron came in and Cochran.
LeBron came in.
I guess
Kardashian was Chris Bosh.
Yeah, you go.
And then his wife is friends with the Kardashians, so it works. It works out. Yeah. But that was funny. He was like, he's like, well, forever your daughters are gonna fuck black men.
So the real Kardashian curse came because of OJ. We can say that. He didn't. Yeah. That's what I thought the joke was going at first when he said about the curse. I said like, so technically, the Kardashian curse because OJ got acquitted. It's like, okay, there's gonna be a Kardashian curse. So like, well, like they say the Kardashian curse. Any guy that dates them is like immediately like his downfall. It's like so I thought that was it. It's like the Kardashian curse is really because of OJ getting acquitted.
He was a mess. He was like, they accepted. He let the Kardashians say it right. Bipolar rappers.
Daddy got titties. That's what made me laugh.
No, when he said bipolar, when he said crackhead basketball player, I was like, oh my God, like he's really crackhead basketball player.
Daddy got titties.
I call him a crackhead.
He even got Black China until he had mentioned her about showing her ass. So
about showing her ass.
People forget that her and Rob got a baby
they
together.
Got a whole baby.
It's like people act like that didn't happen because nobody cares about Rob. That's why.
And she doesn't have her kid. So I mean, what's going on with that? Because Tiger got his kid, Rob got his kid. Like, why does she have her kids? Like, what's going on? But
well, it's Black China. It doesn't need to explain. So
she doesn't have her kids.
It's Black fucking China. I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
But she looked good at the NAACP Awards. I saw the picture of her. She looked beautiful. I hope that she keeps that.
Yeah, I missed the Image Awards. They were last Saturday.
I missed it too, but I saw the still of her with her dress on. She looked really nice. So I hope that she keeps that, take off so much of that extra. Like, she's a pretty girl. Like, she looked good with that on.
She showed that ass on the gram the next day. Cleaned up for the Image Awards because she had to have her image, right? So she cleaned up.
And what else was another Chris Rock? Oh, I was thinking the one earlier I mentioned about the NFL. He said, like, if you're gonna get a lawyer, get like the ones who like get NFL the rape, like the NFL rapists, get that lawyer. I was like, oh my God. Because they do be hiding. The NFL, like, you don't be finding out shit about nothing until after the fact with these NFL players. You don't find out nothing until well after the fact.
Yes.
They do know how to protect their assets. They do. The NFL players, they know how to protect their assets.
Like Ray Rice.
That whole
was a video and shit. That video was old as fuck by the time we found out. TMZ was the only ones that leaked it. They somehow got their hands on it. But the video is probably like several months old.
Harvey be paying people. We know what he be doing. Harvey be. I'm a lawyer. Like, Harvey knows how to get the you know how to get the juice.
He's homies with them NFL lawyers. That's all you got to take.
You know how to get the juice. You know how to get the tea.
He got it from one of his NFL.
He can get the tea. He knows how to get the tea.
One of his NFL lawyer homies. He got it.
Yeah, but they hear that whole Ray Rice like, damn, the way.
By the time it came out, they were either engaged or they were
married. By the time it came out, they were already married.
So that's fucked up. What happened is last, and they said they got married. So
they
now
were already married.
Now a girl look crazy as hell because they still married now. It's like, yeah, I think they still together and shit. Yeah. But that'll forever be like etched in everybody's brain. It's like that elevator video. If you're famous, just take the stairs and shit.
That's what we said that on another podcast. Stay the hell out of elevators. Sweetie and Quavo. Solange and
Jay-Z.
Ray Rice and his wife. Like, just stay on the elevators.
Funniest shit is like the Beyonce Jay-Z Solange shit is
she stepped to the side because Beyonce just stepped to the side like, hey.
Yeah, but like the still right after you could tell like when they have them exiting the elevator, even if you didn't see what happened, you know something happened because everybody, all of them look crazy. Security guard look crazy out there, all like
everybody like
Y'all just Chris deer in the headlights looking at me.
Like this.
So you knew something happened, but you
Beyonce
didn't.
like
All them look
trying to
crazy.
keep it together. Solange looking like
Do that the public say,
let,
okay, elevator's okay, let's get ourselves together, calm down. Like that.
Solange looking like, let me get another shot at him, sis. Solange was looking like,
Well, you know, sometimes shit goes down when there's $1 billion.
it's a billion elevator.
God
They
damn
say
it.
the thing about the zodiac sign. They say that Virgos always want to be perfect because Beyonce trying to be perfect. Cancer, Solange is a Cancer like me. We love hard. When we love our people, we love our people really hard. You don't fuck with people that we love. You don't. So
Harry, you got a reputation for being assholes. I don't know how accurate that is.
I can say anything about love with Cancer. Like, if we love you, we go to hell and back for you. The second we stop loving you, then it's like, all right, I don't fuck with you no more. It's like, I'm good.
Both your kids are Aries. Is there some truth to that?
Oh, they ram headed. My kids are Aries. Both of them are Aries. They both Rams.
Is there some truth that Aries are assholes? You tell me.
They some Rams. My kids are so like they bullhead. They some strong willed kids. My kids are. They strong willed.
But he talked about Beyonce. Oh, like,
Beyonce.
You're talking about beauty, and Chris Rock talked about it. And talking about Beyonce could work at Burger King and still get Jay-Z. But if Jay-Z work at Burger King, he's not getting Beyonce.
And then as soon as he said Beyonce at Burger King, I pictured a fake ass Beyonce at Burger King saying, "Man, have it your way." I pictured like Beyonce. Like I pictured Beyonce in my head.
Watch Beyonce get a Burger King and a sponsorship.
Yeah, because hey, Offset and Sweetie got the Offset's Cardi B. Sweetie, I said Cardi Sweetie.
Sweetie got a McDonald's
bill.
Sweetie got
a Burger King bill, didn't she?
She had a McDonald's.
She had a McDonald's. That's why I keep on saying Sweetie, because she had a McDonald's
deal too. Yeah.
Yeah, she had a deal too.
Eagles had a fucking Popeye's chicken and shit. It's like so.
Who had a Burger King? Somebody had a Burger King.
I think Diddy was doing Burger King at one point.
I know Meg Thee Stallion had the Meg sauce.
Popeye's chicken, yeah, and sauce.
Yeah. But yeah, you can get your Cardi B meal. So maybe Beyonce might get her her Renaissance meal.
Break my soul burger.
There you go. Renaissance meal. There you go.
Break my soul. It won't break your wallet. It won't break your wallet. Have like a cheap price, like $4.99. It won't break your wallet.
It won't break your wallet. Nah, nah, nah. Yeah, but that is true though. If a woman is fine enough, she can get a very rich man because he
out Elin Woods. Like if you don't know who that is, Tiger Woods' ex.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock talked about his like, yeah, my ex-wife, not funny at all, but got as much money as me because she got half.
Not
nice
funny.
Nice
joke with that. Nice tie-in with that. And then the tie-in that I loved how he segued when he said, because he talked about Snoop doing endorsements for reverse mortgages.
When did Snoop Dogg become Morgan Freeman? Is like,
but the whole thing is, it's like we're there because Snoop is in his 50s, so Snoop, you might see like Snoop on a commercial talking about reverse mortgage. He is that.
I ain't got no beef with Snoop. I ain't trying to get hit by another rapper.
He said, "I'm not trying to make another rapper mad. I'm not trying to piss off another rapper." He said that's like, I see what you did there, sir. And then he said about Jay-Z, he was like, "Yeah, if you Jay-Z working at Burger King, you can't get Beyonce." He said, "This is not Jay-Z diss. I'm not trying to make another rapper."
That was his last joke before he went into the Will Smith thing. Was the
yeah.
Yeah, he used that to like go right into it.
Segue, and that was a perfect segue. Because I was like, how is he? I was like, I know he's going to mention the Will Smith because I mean, obviously that was.
I knew it was going to be near the end. So like once he read into like his set, I was like, okay, he's probably just like because like you said, like you were worried about like I hope it's not a fuck.
I don't want.
We don't need an hour of that.
No, like, I don't need that. No, it's a dead horse.
Then when he went into his material, I was like, as I was watching, I was like, he's probably gonna close with the Will Smith shit. Like he make you watch to the end and shit. That's what he's probably gonna close to with that.
It was funny. The Will Smith stuff was funny. It was funny. It was.
Will Smith.
Because it's like he's like I liked how he did the thing. He was like, everybody been calling him a bitch. Been doing a bitch. He kept on saying, he was like, people been making fun of him, calling him a bitch all year.
Breakfast Club call you a bitch.
A bitch.
Sam's called you a bitch.
A bitch. A bitch.
You called you a bitch. The real called you a bitch. Everybody
called you a bitch. Everyone called you a bitch.
Drink champs. It's like
a bitch. But I mean, we see what he did there because that was
not
his way
another
of
damn podcast. They calling you a bitch. Well, that's just me saying that.
like,
He did call him a bitch, so yeah. He was right.
he said, I didn't do entanglements. And that was just the whole thing we've always said, we've always maintained is that Will has been the butt of jokes for like over a year at that point. He had been the butt of all these jokes.
He gonna be the butt of jokes from the end of time now.
Like now after that slap.
That made you look ridiculous. Now now you just a joke. Yeah. He probably shot the Emancipation. I'm sure he probably shot that before all of this. It's like,
Yeah, he shot that well before that.
I don't see Will Smith getting any more serious roles. He's like, he probably filmed that movie before the slap, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he should. I'm sure he did. Yeah. But the fact that, you know, he was the butt of everyone's jokes because everybody entanglement. Like, I mean, for a while on TikTok, couples were doing like the voiceover that entanglement. Couples were doing that. Like everybody was doing the entanglement thing was a huge joke. It was.
DJ Steve Porter should have done an entanglement video, The guy that did the slap chop video.
Yeah.
He should have done an entanglement video. He might have. I don't know.
Entanglement. And like the fact that everybody was just going, so it was like a pressure cooker. And if you keep on putting pressure, eventually the lid is going to blow off. And then that was just unfortunately like Chris was the receiving end of that lid blowing off. Unfortunately, that's just what happened.
The detonator was his wife making her rolling her eyes and shit. That's what detonated the shit.
The way she.
Mm-hmm. But
she was laughing at first, so what?
Mentioned how it went back like 5 years when he hosted the Oscars, where the Rizzy because he because it was live, he like flubbed the line.
He fucked up the joke, and then I like that. I like the live stuff.
Yeah, fucked the joke up. Yeah, because he meant concussion.
I knew we knew exactly when he said emancipation. I was like, oh no, I know he means concussion. I know he means.
It's fine though, because like he used it in his joke. Like Will slapped so hard, he gave him a concussion, so that's why he fucked the joke up. Even a mistake worked and shit. Yeah, because the slap gave me a concussion. I forgot what movie I was talking about.
Which Marcus said his accent was weak as hell. He was like that weak ass African accent.
Tell the truth. But
Marcus is around Nigerian, so he's like, that's a weak ass African accent. He's like, hey, no, I think that's weak as hell. That tell the truth, that weak ass accent.
Shout out to Tariq Nasheed, who always who hates Nigerians, who hates Africans, whatever. So let's keep it moving before I go down that rabbit hole. But because concussion, Will didn't get nominated. And that was the same year with no black
so white.
got nominated. That was the Oscar So White year. The year I hosted.
And it's been bliggity black since.
Will get nominated. No black people got nominated that year.
And it's been bliggity black since.
Like all of the major were no blacks, actor, actress, supporting actors and what. It was no blacks nominated for.
It's not even costume set. No black people got nominated for that. Like nothing. Like we can't get cinematography. We can't get nothing. We get nothing.
Yeah. But and then he talked about that and with the concussion and then so I gotta quit my job because your husband didn't get nominated. What kind of bullshit is that? Which is true. It's like I should give up my. You gonna put money in my? You gonna feed my family?
Exactly. Hell, his wife took half already, and then he talked about how his kids were expensive boarding school. Like his kids were like.
He talked about his daughters.
His rich ass kids are spoiled as hell.
His daughter is in fucking Paris at culinary school. He talked about that.
Which is impressive. That's dope. That's really dope. It's dope as hell. His daughter's in culinary school. Dope. But it's like that is some like it's one thing if it's like solidarity. I mean, I get like trying to do solidarity, but that kind of is like quit your job because my husband didn't get nominated. Are we family? First of all, are we even on that? Obviously, I'm sure they probably have been in each other's house. I'm sure they're probably acquaintances, but they don't seem like they're besties.
The Rocks and the Smiths were friends, but
they're acquaintances, I'm sure. But they're not like whatchamacallit, you can tell our besties like Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold are besties. You know they're besties. Like people like that you could tell are best friends. But them it's like, are you guys even like y'all are cool, but it's like, eh.
A lot of people I'm cool with. I've never been to their houses before. Though.
Exactly. Exactly.
Know where they live, let alone have been to their houses.
You gonna get hit with the Varnell Hill. Reba, how many times you been asked in my house? Hundreds. I might get sprayed.
Which is a top 5 Martin episode of all time.
Because yeah, if somebody invites you to their home, that's a personal thing. That's very personal. Yeah. But Chris, I feel like he did his thing. I feel like it was a perfect way to end the show. Like he ended it well. And yeah, I think that, when he dropped his mic at the end and
called Jada a bitch, that made me laugh out loud too.
He said she started it.
Oh, that because you hear the audience even like, whoa, on that one now.
Because you could tell that Chris did have like a good rapport with them. Because he was like, I love Will Smith. He was like, I liked his movie.
I liked him even back. I liked him in the 80s when he was rapping. He said, I went to see him live in concert. Yeah, when he's doing Brand New Funk with his Jazzy Jeff.
He was on an episode with the Fresh Prince. He did an episode of the Fresh Prince before. Chris Rock was on an episode. Yeah. And Jada was on his show, and Chris Rock had his talk show. Jada was on his show. Yeah. But it's like, and then like this happens. It's like, dude, what the fuck? And that was like, he did say that was some hoe ass shit. Like, yeah, it's like, he was like, Chris Rock, he was like, he's much bigger than me.
You can't tell on TV, but yeah, Will is a lot bigger than him.
Because Chris is a little guy. Chris is probably a little bit bigger than me. Like, I'm just being honest. He's probably a little bit bigger than me. Like, he's not, like, what I've learned about Hollywood, unless, like, you're, like, Will Smith's size, like, Will Smith is 6'2". Like, you have to be somebody that's, like, actually considerably taller. A lot of them Hollywood men be, like, my height. Or, like, a little bit taller than me. They be, like, my size. A lot of these Hollywood men are super small. Like, I think Brad Pitt is, like, 5'9" or something like that, Like, these guys aren't, like, they're not huge. Like, they're not big guys. Marcus told me that Amari Hardwick goes. He said he's like 5'8", 5'9". He was like, he's short. He was like, dude is like 5'8", 5'9". He's short. But it's like guys be small in Hollywood. They don't be like, unless like they're just tall guys. That's what they are. But
I did see I still see one of the jokes Kareem did tell on the post show about with he's like, if I was on stage, he wouldn't have, Will Smith wouldn't have walked up.
No, he would not at all.
Then they joked about when Kareem was in the Bruce Lee movie Game of Death back in the 70s, which you probably never saw, but the video game Kung Fu Master was based off of that. That's what it was. And so Kareem is the big black dude on the third.
Big black guy. Okay, so that was okay.
That character was based on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Makes sense now.
It's like Bruce Lee was going like through the different level. Each like floor had a different boss on it. Yeah.
Now I gotta watch it now because I like Kung Fu Master. I did like playing that game.
Based on that, yeah. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the black guy, and he does just kick the shit out of Bruce Lee. So that's what he's because then the other commissioners say, yeah, we saw a Game of Death. We know Will Smith wouldn't have walked up on you, which basically. So I did see that joke when Kareem was like, yeah, I bet you if I made that joke, he wouldn't have walked up on me and did it. He walked up on Chris Rock, he wouldn't have walked up on Kareem.
Yeah, because it's like you pick a fight with somebody who's smarter than you, so
Even at the time, everybody said that of all the people, there's like the least threatening dude in the room.
Least threatening, yeah.
Chris Rock was probably the least threatening dude in that whole room.
Because Chris Rock is probably about 5'9", like 160 pounds.
Yeah.
He's not big. Like he's small. Like that's not a big man.
No one ever. Chris Rock kicked my ass. It's like, yeah, no one ever. Like I said, the least threatening dude in the room. Like I said,
like he said, he played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie.
Jack City.
Because that's what I was thinking. Like you played Pookie, dude. Like you were Pookie. You were Pookie. If he calling me, that's you. He said Will Smith be wearing his shirts off in movies. He said, I don't have my shirts on. You never see my shirt off. We saw his shirt off in CB. You can see his bones.
New Jack City and CB4. I was saying.
You saw bones like when Sissy was like feeling on his, he saw ribs. He saw his bones.
When he was going through his detox in New Jack City when when Ice-T was getting him off the crack, it's like he was shirtless like during those scenes. It's
And
like,
all you saw was bones. That's all you saw. You just saw bones in his chest, and all you saw was just bones everywhere.
but I was into it. Yeah, shout out
I
Chris.
liked it. I enjoyed it.
Top 5 is Chris Rock. Yeah, I don't know where I put it, but he's up there, and he's one
So
of
of
my.
course, Bring the Pain is one.
Bring the you mean in specials? I just mean like as a comic, Chris Rock is my top 5. But yeah, Bring the
Oh,
Pain.
I was talking about Chris Rock specials. Yeah.
Chris specials, yeah, GOAT specials. It's like Bring the Pain is one of the greatest comedy specials. Period. Like top 5 to me. That's up there with like Eddie Murphy Raw and shit. It's
Marion
like
Barry smoked crack out his job bag.
Bring the Pain is like yeah, that's the one that put Chris Rock on the map. Yeah, before that, Chris Rock was just a dude that told jokes. That he became a comedian after that. Like, which is he was just funny. He's a guy that like one rib is
the
like
one rib, the world's cheapest man. He was just
like that was Tyra Banks, fool. Like yeah, the little penny. He was like that's what he was before Bring the Pain. He was like Bring the Pain, man. Okay, this dude has actually got material. Like yeah, that's the one. It's like okay, yeah, Chris Rock got actual material.
Mm-hmm. Chris Rock is definitely top 5. I feel for comics. I've always thought that he was funny. I know some people don't like his style of comedy. I mean, I feel like his stuff he's the funny uncle, brother, whoever.
It's like what he actually did in this one. Like it started
That's relatable.
And no, yeah, but he makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He started off with the Michael Jackson, R. Kelly jokes, like, well, Chris, that's what he does. He makes you uncomfortable. That's his style of comedy. Yeah, that's why some people probably don't like him because they feel some type of way about it. Well, he does make you uncomfortable.
When he said Republicans are liars, they lie. Democrats leave out important stuff.
Real shit.
That made me laugh out loud.
Real shit.
Because omitting the truth is the people like I didn't lie. I just omitted the truth. That's the same thing. That's kind of the same thing. It's just a different approach. It's kind of the same thing. If you omit the truth, you are lying. If you omit the truth, you kind of are, But Chris Rock has always been a fool.
Like I said, I didn't kill him, but I saw him dying and didn't call anybody for help and shit.
What? Wait, what? But Netflix may have a new format that others may want to follow suit on, like that live thing. Like that was brilliant. I felt doing a live.
They did huge numbers with that too. Yeah, it was like
because I definitely watch. You watch. I'm sure other people watch.
Yeah,
like I was watching.
Watched together. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I was watching live. Because Marcus said, I'll watch it back. He initially said he was going to watch it back. And he said, watch the whole thing with me. I knew I wanted to talk about the podcast.
I wanted to talk about it. We said,
I wanted to talk about it. Yeah.
We said we're going to record right. We're doing this Saturday night right after. So it's still.
Right. I knew that too. But then when Marcus was like, okay, he said, I'll watch it back later. And I look over and he said it the whole time. I'm like, see. He always like, I'm going to do something later. And then he said, watch the whole thing with me. I'm like, okay.
Reminds me of back in the day when me and Kareem were watching Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
Oh, God. No, stop. I remember that. Stop.
The whole thing. Oh, did that girl just pull the pearls out of her hoo-ha? It's nasty. But sat and watched the whole shit.
Nasty? They so nasty. It's like, mama.
Seen Pimps Up, Hoes Down. Look that shit up. It's like filmed at the east of the Rhine on the south side of Chicago.
On the 9.
On the 9.
If you're from Chicago, you know what the 9 is. If you're from Chicago,
yeah, right off the street from Cottage Grove on the 9.
On the 9.
Happy Liquors, god damn it, you know exactly where that shit is. Cross Harrow's is not that far from there. It's all right there, used to the Rhine. Which is still there, by the way.
Oh my god.
That's where Pimps Up, Hoes Down. That's where the girl put the thing out that mom watched the whole thing with. Classic shit. Well, we wrap this up, though. We still got a little time. So we're going to talk about, since we on Chicago, local, let's talk about the mayoral election. Lori Lightfoot, as Vince Carter said.
But
Vince Carter in the dunk contest 2000. It's over.
yeah,
Lori,
she got
I didn't say it, but I predicted that she'll be a one-term mayor.
I did. I said I was like, she's a one-term
I don't
mayor.
think I said it publicly like on.
I said it to my friends. I did. Like, I mean, were people really shocked when the numbers came back? I was like, are we really shocked? Because that's the people that came in that are going to do the runoff because no one got 50% of the vote. So now a runoff has to
You
happen
know it will be a runoff because like nobody
April
ever had
4th.
anything close to 50. Like even Paul
Yeah.
Vallis with his lead, he never had
Yeah.
anything.
Because Paul Vallis always had the comfortable lead. And like pun intended, I'm going here. Paul Vallis basically said, okay, who's coming in second? Like he Larry Bird that shit. Because it's like, okay, now who's going to come up against me in the runoff? That's what Paul Vallis always was just kind of like, okay. And I predict I said once I started seeing Brandon Johnson get once he got that endorsement with CTU,
yes, the teacher.
he got that CTU endorsement, and then his popularity just went up. And once I saw Lori Lightfoot start putting ads attacking him, that's when I knew he was a problem for her. I was like, oh, he's a threat. He's a real
He
threat.
was in trouble then.
Oh, he's a threat. I said, Lori knows she's in trouble because
But after
beforehand,
him, I didn't see any attack ads about Vallis from her. It was just him.
no, it was just him. She did a couple of Chewy. She did a couple of Chewy too. A couple.
Because Chewy was like he had
They were always right there together. Her and Chewy were always right there together.
Like he was ahead of he was right there second at one because I originally thought the runoff was gonna be between Vallis and Chewy. That's who I thought. I knew Lightfoot wasn't gonna be there. That's all I knew. Right. I thought Chewy because
I thought Chewy was going to leapfrog her
for a while and shit. He had leapfrog for a while.
He had leapfrog, and then she leapfrog him back in there. They kept on doing this. Like Lori and Chewy kept on flipping back and forth
until Johnson
got that CTU endorsement, and then he skyrocketed, and then Lori started attacking him in the ads
and shit. Yeah,
and I was like, okay, I was like, why is she attacking Brandon Johnson? I said his name isn't that known. And then when I looked at the polls, I said, oh, he's on her heels. Oh, that's why she's attacking him. Okay, he's a real threat because you only see people only attack you when you're a threat. When you're a real threat, people come after you. Because nobody knows Shay, but they wasn't coming after Sophia King. I'm just saying they wasn't. They wasn't attacking Rod Sawyer. They wasn't attacking him.
It's like McDonald's never attacks anybody. It's like other burger companies coming after them. Like where's the beef and all that? It'd be the other companies. And like we like in Burger King for years that was like their whole thing. We're not McDonald's is basically that thing. It's like
we don't have a clown mascot. We have a king. We have a king and not a clown. Basically, is what they said.
They were at McDonald's. It's like that was their whole thing. We have flame broiled, not like that crap they have there. For years, that was their whole.
That was their thing. Yeah.
But
I mean, that was literally a
you like way out front, like say you don't like I said, that's why you didn't see Vallis talk about any of them motherfuckers
at all.
Way out front, but like when she was talking about him, I was like, yeah, something is there.
Mm-hmm.
First attack ad, I was like Brandon John, because like Chewy, I said I get that, yeah, like they, like Chewy been around her, they been for years, like yeah,
Chewy's always been around because Chewy was around when he did the runoff against
runoff with Rahm Emanuel.
With Rahm Emanuel, and he lost against Rahm Emanuel, so yeah, so he's been trying to be mayor for a minute. He has.
He's in Congress now, but it's something that slaps different about that mayor's right now. Chewy is in Washington, but he was going he tried to come back and get the mayor's out now. He come back to Washington.
But Brandon, like we gonna see, like I said, April 4th
next month. Yeah, so I still don't know a lot about this Brandon dude. Like I said, I'm learning. Yeah, I'm still learning. But the endorsements are gonna be interesting because all those voters that voted like before the runoff, they gotta vote for somebody. So like depending like if Lori's like where her supporters go with Brandon or with Vallis, like Chewy with his supporters go with Brandon or with Vallis, like
Willie Wilson, where do his people? Because Willie Wilson came in fifth.
Yeah, Willie.
His people go.
I said, he dropped even further because he was fourth in the last.
Fourth last time, but he came in fifth. And then everybody else was like, I'm not throwing shade, but like the other people don't really, because
we don't care about them.
Y'all don't really, because y'all didn't have a following.
It's Sophia King, but who cares? It's like, sorry.
She was running on. My husband played basketball with Obama. That's what she was like. My husband played basketball with Obama. That's what she was tooting. But
that's what it is. Like if they publicly come out and start endorsing, let's say Brandon Johnson, and that's gonna be huge. Like if Lori after the attack ass, like she says, yeah, so I endorse. I don't think Lori's gonna say shit. I think
she's not gonna say anything because she's a bitter person.
Huey might endorse one of them. I don't know yet,
but I don't think she is.
I think Lori's gonna just because now she's in lame duck. I think she's gonna maintain silence to her term is up. Because she's been lame. This is the lame duck phase they call it now.
Yeah, I think that she's just going to just be quiet. But she ain't got much to say, I don't think. Now, if Chewy comes out and says, like, yes, Brandon Johnson, then I'd be, oh, that'd be okay. Big. If Willie Wilson get on there and say it, then that'd be big too. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. Like I said, I know Vallis, like I know what he is. Like I said, he's like moderate, like middle of the road Democrat. I know his politics like that. Yeah. Like be like Rahm when he was mayor, or Biden as president. He's like that. That's what Paul Vallis is. Like yeah, like yeah, the safe choice, I guess. Like yeah, but Brandon seems like the wild card. I got to know more about him. Like I said, I'm learning. Yeah. A big thing that and some of the attack ads from Lori Lightfoot was like about him was the defund the police.
Defund the police. And like I wish people would stop using that phrase because it just doesn't
the footage they have of it was from 2020, right after George Floyd and all that stuff was happening. A lot of people were saying wild shit during that time. It's like,
because it's like you have to think about what was going on during that time.
So there's a video of him saying, it's video of him saying like, yeah, I don't mind people burning businesses. It's like it's footage of him saying shit like that.
Yeah, but you have to use context clues.
But you use that in the ad.
In the ad, yeah.
This guy fit to be mayor, like yeah, you gonna let him burn your communities? It's like yeah, so like they you take those clips out of context. It's like,
yeah. Because I mean, we were all emotional during that time. It was a very
when I turned on the protest was when I was out in the middle of it on Commercial Avenue. Like that was
it
like
was a shitty time.
My wake up call is like before that I was like, yeah, burn all that shit. Like then I was like, okay, y'all are
wild.
That was just stupid and shit.
Yeah, people over there on 83rd and Stewart breaking open the Chase.
And burn
the Chase ATM.
Burnt the Walmart down.
Burn the Walmart down. 83rd.
The fucking Walmart.
Yeah, burn the Walmart down. 83rd.
Yeah.
Just dumb shit like that. It's like, okay. Like the aldermen fought to get this Walmart in this community. Their aldermen really, really fought to get a Walmart there. They really had to fight for that. And then you burn it down. Really.
Fitness over there. Remember all the gyms were closed during that time. That was 2020. Like what it's broken up just because it's like ain't even shit to steal in Planet Fitness. We're gonna take it.
Might get a flat screen TV, maybe.
Take an elliptical. What the fuck you take? Ain't
even shit. It was like heavy as fuck. How you would pick that up?
What are you gonna take out of there?
Treadmill. Right.
Nigga real run down the street with a treadmill. I can see that shit.
Dumbass.
Yeah, we's rich. It's our reparations.
That's not late.
I don't want to go in. Let's wrap up before I gotta say some shit that I don't regret nothing. Fuck that. Before I say some shit that other people might not want me to say. I don't want no heat to come down on you, kids. So I'll just
we don't want the pearls clutched.
Wrap
or the monocle. You know they said when the monocle falls. Your monocle falls down.
Like when the Simpsons we have.
Yeah.
Monocle broken. Old Mr. Peanut looking boy. Just well, thanks for supporting Not Another Down Podcast, episode 301. Definitely appreciate your support. You want to support us, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on your platform. I'm talking about Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha? YouTube.
Hey, Tasha.
That's right. This is TLC Talk Radio and YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Also, you can personally follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get at me, y'all.
And you can check me out at MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCRHULIEY1 on Twitter, SCRHULIEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Got to mention it right now. Got to mention this because we talked about everything else. De La Soul, the catalog is streaming, baby. What I've been listening to all weekend, classic De La, 3 Feet High and Rising. De La Soul is dead, stakes is high. Been listening to all of that shit. Well, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.